Hello and welcome to the first lesson of our Intro to React course. In this lesson, we'll be getting set up with the development environment and creating our first React component. First of all, we'll need to install Node.js and npm, which stands for Node Package Manager. So here you can navigate to nodejs.org and download your version of Node.js that's available. So for me, I have macOS, so I can select either one of these. Then, if you do not have Visual Studio Code, you should also install it by going to code.visualstudio.com, and you can simply click the download Mac or download Windows or whatever operating system you are on. And so once you have both Visual Studio Code and Node.js installed, you can navigate to your File Explorer or Finder. You can simply go to your Downloads folder or desktop. For me, I'll go to my Downloads folder, and I'll simply click New Folder and name it React.js course. This is where we'll be doing all the work for this course. And so once you have the folder created, you can navigate to Visual Studio Code, and then you can click Open. And then you can simply navigate to the folder that you saved it in, which is Downloads, React.js course, and then Open. And then to get started with your React environment, you'll need to run a simple command line prompt. So for me, since I am on Mac, I can simply click Terminal, New Terminal, and then once it loads, all I have to type is npx create react app, and then the name of my app, so I'll just name it React.js course. And as you can see, it'll start initiating the create React app process. And so after a few minutes, you can see it has created the React.js-course folder, and in it you can see the node modules, public folder, and source folder, along with some other files that we'll get into later. And so to navigate to this folder, you'll have to do cd, which stands for change directory, React.js course, and it will change the directory to this path. So for a quick rundown of all the files that we have, first, in the source directory, as you can see, we have app.css and app.js. When creating your React app initially, we'll be editing app.js. And another folder that is pretty important in a React.js project is node modules. So as you can see here, you won't be messing around with node modules much, if at all, in this course. All it is it's your dependencies. And so if you navigate to package.json, you can see all your dependencies, your React DOM, React scripts, web vitals, and then testing libraries and whatnot. So essentially, you do not need to worry about node modules in the scope of this course, as it's just there for the dependencies and nothing else. And app.test.js is not necessary for this course, so we can forget about that. Another file that we can forget about is the report web vitals file, and another one that we can also ignore is the setup tests.js file. So in app.js, you'll be writing in JSX, which is a combination of JavaScript and HTML. So if you aren't already familiar with HTML and CSS, I recommend you check out our course on HTML and CSS and familiarize yourself with that, as React has a lot to do with HTML and CSS. So if we navigate to the public folder, you'll also see the only HTML file that will ever be in React, which is index.html. And essentially the purpose of this is this div with the ID of root. And if you go to index.js, as you'll see here, you're getting the element by ID, as I said, which was root. And so basically this injects all of your app.js code into the index.html file so that a user can see it. So let's get started and run this React application. So all you have to do is npm start, and it will go ahead and spin up a local version. So as you can see here, you're greeted with this edit source / app.js. So let's go ahead and start editing the website. So first we can go ahead and delete all of this, and we can also delete this class name. And so we can simply put a simple h1 tag, which is a header, hello world, and save it. And then as you can see, on the website you have hello world. So that's all for this lesson. In the next lesson, we'll be covering some more files and more about React components. So I'll see you then.